Welcome to this episode of Fast Radio. This episode of Fast Radio is brought to you by Revolution Home Buyers. Revolution Home Buyers is a full-service real estate investment company that pays cash for houses and closes in as little as 3 to 7 days. You can visit revolutionhomebuyers.com for more information, or you can call their office at 817-791-7002. So it's that time again for Fast Friday. I'm your host, James Like. I'm with you every single Friday with some kind of knowledge bomb to drop right there and square in the middle of your day. And hopefully you came prepared today, because I want to talk to you about a subject, and I really want to pose it more as a question and ask you, what is poverty? What is poverty? You know, a lot of people call poverty based on a certain income range. And so your poverty status in the United States, if you are making less than about $32,000 a year or so, that would be considered poverty. You go to places like Cuba, where I just got back from, and the average salary is $10 to $15 a month. And so you can run that out. That's like $120 to $150 a year. And so that would be the average salary. And so we look at things from the standpoint of America, North America, and we say, okay, we make $32,000 or $2,500 a month, and yet other countries are a lot less than that. And so there are definitely classes, lower class, middle class, high class, millionaires, and really low income people who are living on Social Security or things that or income checks rather, that would range anywhere from the $400 to $800 a month, and then living on housing and things like that. And so one thing I want to talk about is poverty, and this word poverty and how it really applies. And I want to challenge you today, and if you can prove me wrong, then comment below and definitely let me know how I'm wrong. But I want you to prove me wrong in what I'm about to say, and that is that poverty isn't a wage. Poverty isn't an income. Poverty isn't what you live in or what you drive. But I really believe that poverty is a mindset. Poverty is a mindset. I believe that people that are living in poverty have a mindset problem, because it really doesn't matter how much money you make. You can make $30,000 a year. You can make $5,000 a year. You can make $1 million a month and still live in poverty. Poverty's not just money-based. Poverty is a mindset. Think about this for a second. How many people do you know that are so poor that all they have is money? People that are so poor that all they have is money. You see, money is a great tool, and it's good for the good that money can do. But you can have all the money in the world and still be living in poverty. You can have all the money in the world and still have a lack mentality or a lack mindset. See, poverty's more about mindset. It's more about all the other areas in our life that matter. Some people are poor with time. And how many would agree today that poor in time is not the place I want to be? Because time is the only thing you can't buy. Time is the only thing that you can't recoup. Time is the only thing you can't recover, because when time is gone, time is gone. And you only have that one life to live, and then time is gone. Poverty is a mindset. I can be the richest guy in Babylon and yet have a poverty mindset and still be so poor. I can have all the money in the world and still be so poor. But check this out on the flip side. One thing that I learned while I was in Cuba was, yes, there are a lot of poor people. Yes, there are a lot of people that in the eyes of the monetary system would say that these people are lacking in the way of funding. And they're not making much money, but they're some of the happiest people. I, for one, do not consider that poverty. If they're happy in all areas of their life and they're making it, even though they may just be making it, a lot of them have figured out that the richness of their lives, the abundance in their lives revolves around relationships. It revolves around their family, their friends, their church, their job, other things that they really dig into and become in love with, their hobbies, whatever that is that makes you happy. That's what keeps you from having the poverty mindset. So I want to challenge you today. Look at what areas that you're poor in your life. Maybe you're making a ton of money, but your marriage stinks. Maybe you should get a little abundance in your marriage. Maybe you make a whole lot of money, but your relationship with your kids or other friends, stinks. Maybe you don't make any money at all, and because someone said that you're poor, you've allowed that to reign over your life. You've allowed yourself to be poor. If that's you today, find all the good things in your life. Find all the areas of richness that you have. And I promise you, no amount of money that you make will keep you down. No amount of money that you make will bring you up. But you'll be living right in that sweet spot of abundance. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. See you next week on Fast Friday. Thank you for listening to this episode of Fast Radio. If this episode brought you value today and you want to impact someone else, tag a friend below in the comments and like our Facebook page for new episodes every Friday. And as always, you can visit our show notes page for all of the finer details. Once again, make sure to give us a like and have a good weekend.